This is not a shield, neither is this or this, and it's one of the most fundamental misunderstandings of probably the most important part of Arc Raiders, how weapons do damage to other players. I'm not entirely sure why Embark decided to call these shields, because the term shield itself has a rich history, and it's making players think of all the other games where shields act as a second health bar over the top of your real hit points. This is not how shields work in this game. I saw a comment on Reddit that they should really have called them deflectors, and I have to agree. So why is this important? Take a look at this clip of me getting shot with the Pharaoh. Ah! What the hell? Most players have realised by now that shields don't absorb all of the damage from a shot. I mean, this information is listed on the item stats directly in the game for a start, but where this gets more interesting is when you start looking at the weapon damage numbers themselves. In this clip, both my shield gets depleted and some of the damage goes to my health at the same time. This sort of sounds sensible based on what we know, but if you look into the stats of the weapons which are available on the wiki, the damage on the Pharaoh is 40. So this is quite curious. The light shield has 40 charge, and our raider has 100 HP. If shields were acting as additional health, the Pharaoh would take down the entire shield, and that would be the end of it. But what we see is that some of the damage goes through to our health anyway. What this means is that the damage is effectively counted twice. Shields take full damage from shots, and the same damage gets taken to our HP at the same time. The only difference is that the HP damage itself is modified by the shield's reduction. Let's take a look at this example in more detail to make it clear. In this specific case, the Pharaoh deals 40 to the shield, removing the shield totally, and 40 to our character at the same time. But because the shield was active at the time that we got hit, it helps to reduce the HP damage that we receive by 40%. 40% of 40 is 16, so rather than doing 40 damage to our character, the Pharaoh hits us for 40 minus 16 instead, which is 24. Given we have 100 HP to start with, this then leaves us with 76 HP and no shield. You can see that this is the case on the health bar. The shield disappears, and we're left with just over 3 bars of health when looking at it versus the shield line. Each quarter of the equivalent health bar would be 25, so we have just over 75 HP remaining, consistent with the 76 that we just calculated. So what does this mean for the different guns? A quick search around the internet came up with this very useful thread here from Mentito from the Anvil Community Discord, who have been compiling various numbers and figures from the guns in Arc Raiders and have produced this table. Here you can see lots of useful stuff. To start with, this is the body and headshot damage for each weapon, and the fact that the headshot damage seems to always be 2.5 times the body damage is quite interesting. Next we have the EHP with a light shield. This stands for effective hit points and is a calculation that aims to produce a single damage number that you need to deal in order to take down a raider. This helps us to compare one weapon to another on shots to kill. EHP in Arc Raiders gets a little bit complicated. It is roughly 116, so you need to deal 116 raw damage to take down a raider, but it can vary due to the fact that shields are binary in how they protect you. They are either on or off for each individual shot. Let's break this down. The Pharaoh case is the most straightforward because it takes off the entire shield in one hit. The first shot deals 40 and leaves the player on 76 HP with precisely no shield at all, as we just saw. This means that their effective HP, or the amount of raw damage we need to deal to down their raider, is just 40 from the first shot to the shield, plus 76 afterwards, which comes to a total of 116. As the Pharaoh hits for 40, the implication is that 3 shots to the body will take down a full health raider with a light shield. However, there are many situations where a weapon won't take the shield down cleanly in an even number of hits. In these cases, the shield will help more than you'd expect because it appears to apply the full damage reduction even if it only has 1 charge left out of 40. For example, if you hit someone 3 times with the kettle, 10 damage each for 30, and once with the rattler at 9 damage, this would deal 39 damage total to the shield and 23.4 damage to their health after the shield reductions have been applied. They'd then have 76.6 health left and 1 shield charge. But the next shot that they take will be fully reduced, despite the fact that the shield is almost gone. If that hit is from a Pharaoh, for example, rather than doing 40, it will deal 24 instead. This would then leave their HP on 52.6. We can calculate the effective HP of this player by adding up all of the raw damage that was required to take them down. So 39 from the initial hits, plus 40 from the reduced Pharaoh hit, plus 52.6 of the health that they have left over with no shield, which equals a total of 131.6. If you replaced the ferro shot in the middle with a ferro headshot, then this effective HP would be even more extreme, because rather than dealing 100, it would do 60 instead, leaving them on 16.6 HP, which means an even higher EHP of 155.6. You don't need to worry too much about the exact calculations, and to get a better feel of what this means for all of the weapons, you can look at the STK column, which is shots to kill. This has information for both body shots and headshots, and this gives you an idea of how long it might take to down a raider with each gun. As you'd probably expect, the full auto weapons that are easier to control and have bigger magazines usually take the most number of shots, with the epic level Bobcat leading the pack at 20 body shots through a light shield. Close behind we have the Stitcher at 17, the Torrente at 15, the Rattler at 14, and the Kettle and Berletta sharing 12, which just goes to show how high the TTK can be in this game sometimes. Headshots are a bit more forgiving, ranging from 1 with the Il Toro shotgun to 7 with the Stitcher, but you can clearly see here why the Ferro and the Anvil are some of the most used weapons so far, with their ability to take down a player in 3 shots to the body or 2 efficient hits, i.e. at least 1 headshot and then 1 further body shot. The little red triangle here is a warning to show you that you can't actually achieve a kill with the level 1 magazine size, which is the case for the Rattler, and technically the Ferro as well, but as this doesn't have a mag, it's sort of a moot point. Many players have had quite a terrible time with the Rattler so far on free kits and have sworn off the weapon entirely, but you can cheaply upgrade the mag size for it by upgrading the gun itself to levels 2, 3 or 4. For the Rattler, each level adds 4 rounds to its capacity, so from 10 at level 1 it goes to 14 at level 2, 18 at level 3 and 22 for level 4, which makes it much more usable, and it's not that expensive to get it to level 3. The last column in the table shows this concept for each weapon with optimal shots to kill. So for example, you can get away with 2 headshots and a body shot using the hairpin to down a raider, or 5 headshots and 1 body shot with the Rattler. The middle columns just give some more general information, how much HP and shield charge a player has after the first body or headshot with each gun, and the final column shows how much HP a player would have remaining if you see their shield pop and you've hit all headshots with a particular weapon. This is more important with the high damage guns like the Anvil or the Ferro, as a 100 damage headshot leaves the player on only 40 HP, hence why you can take them down in 2 hits. I think there is something to be said here for having 2 weapons, especially when you're starting out and especially if you like the Ferro. Combining the Ferro with something like the Stitcher means that you can use your first shot to take a lot of health off anybody that you meet, and this can soften them up significantly for a follow-up with a gun, for example like the Stitcher, which would then only need 6 other shots to the body to take them down. You can see that exact philosophy working in this clip here. So now you can make some better informed decisions in Arc Raiders. We'll have a look at a few clips of PvP from the recent battles that I've had. As always, a big thanks to all my patrons, and have fun in the Rust Belt. Of course you can break through that. Of course you can. Beautiful game. Crunches underfoot. Some of these spawns are going to be like complete death traps. He threw a nade. My footsteps are now actually stuck on glass. Which is kind of lame. He did die. I'm just not sure if it's a guy on his own. So long. This guy sounds like a robot himself. What the hell? He's a clanker in disguise. What the hell? We had a free loadout on. Buried properties. Where do you actually want to go? What do I actually want to do here? I need to figure the map out a bit. This is actually kind of annoying. He was carrying that somewhere. Where did I kill him? Here. In this little divot. Quite heavy already. Let me go and try and step on glass again. Yeah, you're right. Oh no, it's gone. No, I'm just cursed. Oh, that's someone over there. Oh, wait. I'm on the rooftops. Can you see them? Just over there.
We've received your crate, Raider. We'll see if this time's finally the charm. Sent up some rewards for your efforts.
Right. I'm actually kind of killing it. I curse myself now.
Hey, don't shoot.
Hey, what's up? Where are you?
Team up.
Oh, down there. Dead guy.
Want to go together?
What the hell was that?
Team up.
He tried to blow me up. I'm not doing that. He's gone. He's gone. He tried to blow me up with a bomb. Where's this guy gone? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave. I should try to make more friends, really. I don't know where these people are going. I don't know how they're disappearing. There's the Rocketeer straight ahead, but hopefully we should be alright getting down to him. You shoot through that? Gonna chill here. We'll both get on the same train. Nice! Bet sliding down those concrete stairs feels great on the tailbone. Yeah, we've got future tech to solve that problem. We've got, you know, some kind of butt implant. If the Rocketeer sees me, I am done for. Why don't you make a funny ab sound when you slide down the stairs? Wouldn't that be amazing? There's a guy in there. No, I need to reload, not climb. Oh, he took it like a champion. Oh god. Not this. Get off, you little bastard. Bugger off. Right, there we go. Well, that could have been worse. He really wanted me. Boo! But there we go. Alrighty, look, you can get up here. Oh wait, no, maybe this is the top. Right, what's this guy got? Perfect. 2 of them. Adrenaline, herbal bandages. Lots of other broken stuff. What the hell is going on? Gotcha. Goodbye, my friend. I'm fully expected to get killed myself now. Well, those batteries are good, we know that. I think we have to wait for it to come past again before. So the tip for the tip for getting these things is that you need to basically go to the corner with the dome. That's the corner that has the button on it. We'll wait for him to come past and then we'll whiz through. So does game catch any of the good intention that makes Tarkov so great? Seems pretty chill and pretty clown outfits. I quite like the outfits, to be honest. It definitely has some of the same tension. There's like key items and key things that you need to get out. Stuff that's either for quests or things that are very, very, very useful for like upgrading your hideout or whatever it might be. It certainly has a similar feeling in some aspects. Obviously, it's never going to be quite the same. But I mean, I like this world a lot. I love the world they built. It's really, really, really beautiful. And I definitely like the way it feels, for sure. See, the problem is I'm over encumbered. So I don't really want to go oh no. Come on, baby. Oh, I didn't want to go back to the beginning. Because it's going to be too hard for me to go from one side to the other. No keep my predominant bag? No. No.